Welcome back! There are a lot of adjustable triggers on the market for the Speedsoft crowd, but my policy is more choices, more better. Recently, Gorilla Airsoft released their new trigger, available in both flat and curved versions, with a bunch of anodized color options. Obviously, I had to get my hands on one to try it out, form some opinions, and share some feedback. Although the first trigger I received was provided free by Gorilla, I liked it so much that I bought 2 more. That should tell you how good it is. Let's take a look at the trigger itself, and I'll point out what I like and what I don't along the way. Starting at the top, you can see some real thought went into innovation. The part that interacts with the trigger board is adjustable. Just loosen this tiny Phillips screw, move the plate forward, and tighten the screw back up. Super easy. Also on this plate, there's a spot for a 3mm magnet. If you're using a magnetic FCU, you can buy a 3mm by 3mm magnet, super glue it into the hole, and you've got a clean, sleek magnetic trigger setup. This doesn't mean you can't use a magnetic trigger shroud that comes with your MFCU from Gorilla. You totally can, if you so desire. Moving down, we've got the pre-travel adjustment, which uses an M3 fine pitch grub screw. Tightening it shortens the pull required to fire a shot. Below that, there's the over-travel adjustment, which uses the same kind of M3 fine pitch grub screw. Now, these screws are a bit of a double-edged sword. The fine pitch gives you more precise control over adjustments, but if you lose one, they're harder to replace because of their unique threading. To help with this, Gorilla uses a special secret thread locker that allows for multiple adjustments before screws come loose. Another standout feature, though not totally new to the market, is the spring setup. Instead of a torsion spring around the pivot point, Gorilla went with a rear-mounted spring. The benefit here is that you can easily source and swap it for a different stiffness. The stock spring is 4mm in diameter with a 0.3mm wire thickness and 10mm length. It's very soft, perfect if you prefer an almost no resistance trigger feel. Personally, I prefer a stiffer spring, which helps the trigger reset faster so I can shoot faster. For that, I use a spring with 0.4mm wire thickness and about 6 coils per 10mm of length. You can find these easily on AliExpress for dirt cheap. That setup gives me the perfect trigger weight for my playstyle. So far, I've tested this trigger with standard Polarstar boards, Gorilla boards, and the Gate Titan 2, and everything worked perfectly. There's a link in the description where you can grab one of these triggers if you're interested. Stay tuned, this won't be the last video I make about Gorilla products. See you in the next one.